All right, guys, so let's take a look at Britney Spears. It's been a while, and since we have not pulled on her energy, there has been, they pulled her over for DUI, but they said that she tested she could drive. She wasn't driving illegally drunk, and they took her, instead of taking her to jail, they took her to a rehab center or something, right? Or like a kind of like a mental institution of some sorts, and saying that she needs to be back on her y'all know what that is, be back on her medicine and all that kind of stuff. If y'all want more in-depth details about it, BJ Investigates is really good with that. She has that channel, and she has That Surprise Witness, or her two channels. She does really good with Britney. Like, she's been the one really that was the starting force of the Free Britney campaign. Even though, you know, us YouTubers get watched a lot, but the higher ups get the credit when they feel that they aren't afraid anymore to say anything, when they already have the power to speak up to begin with, but they have to play ball, or they feel like they do. They don't have to, but anyway. Welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. My name is Diamond, and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. I am legally blind, so I do read well on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an overall intuitive reader. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is the availability to book private readings. That calendar is open. Thank you guys for all the love, support, gifts, donations, journeying with me, and patience. I feel tired with her. Like a sedative or something here is, you know, in her system. Let's see, Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Star card. This doesn't feel like her energy. This is energy around her. Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups. There are some bright spirits calling her in to heal, right? But Eight of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, there's an energy they keep rejecting. There's a strong light that keeps trying to cover Britney, but there's a King of Wands here that orchestrate things to not allow her to get to it. This could be, I feel like, is an actual person or healer or something that they're just not notifying her, as trying to reach her and get in touch with her. Because if they could, it would work. See, Nine of Cups. So there's some middle people here blocking, you know, a very healing source of power that could come in. Here's an Emperor with a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Swords. This is interesting. This is like a flashback or so. This is giving pimp energy here. This Emperor, one of these looks like Britney, and another one looks like another girl that was out around the same time. Maybe some memories that she didn't have before could be coming back in. Maybe this guy did sell them a few times or so to make partners with someone or something like that. They look out of it too. Or maybe one girl is going to remind, or maybe this girl is going to remind Britney of that too. Let's see, King of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I do feel like something won't be successful here with the hierarchy when it comes to what they're trying to do to her. You know, close her out and stuff like that. Yeah, I think she's going to get out of that. Thank goodness. Which I hope. See, with the Ten of Pentacles here. Damn. So they're showing an example of when, you know how like a group of people that's religious could come into a location and just be spreading the gospel of the word. I feel like a crew is going to come in for Britney, like a group of monks, or, you know, just give you an example. It doesn't necessarily have to be monks, but it's a group of praying people here that are very powerful. And I don't feel like that they are a part of any indoctrinated kind of religion, if that makes any sense. They are real healers. Like they really tap in. They meditate. They maybe medicate themselves from the earth. All that is a whole group of them. It looks like a van of people can pull up and you know, and really get with her. You know, Six of Wands. Yup, with the Three of Cups. Absolutely. There's an organization coming. I'm not even gonna say an organization, because I feel like it's like, as simple as a group of women that started meeting every day and helping each other learn how to meditate and all that kind of stuff. And then one day they kept working hard at it, and somehow they end up moving shit like Matilda, like telekinesis, all that kind of shit. There's a group of them though, and they so protected. Like nothing or no one could stop them. It looks like a strong psychic is in there and knows what's going on. They'll tell them how to move ahead of time. They're going to get to her. It feels like there's a group here that's going to get to her to take her away and really work with her to a sort. So that's good. That's still there then. That's still there. Because I was fussing. I was like, why did she take her ass back to LA? But yeah, something else is coming in here. Something else is coming. So I don't feel her being captured like they think they're going to do. I mean, it could be by the bus loads. I mean, I might be selling it short. It could be like 2-3 damn buses of people that's on the same accord that could snatch her up and, and pray, take her away and really heal her with that sort of force. She probably do need that kind of force when we're talking the level of spiritual warfare that goes on in Hollywood, in those circles, you know what I'm saying? Nine of Pentacles, they're going to need more than one witch or warlock in some cases. Nine of Pentacles with the moon card. Yep, somebody's already planning something out for her. They're already orchestrating something to carry, but they understand that this is going to cause a way for any other celebrity that want to be saved. This reminds me of when you're in church and there's testimony time and stuff, or when the preacher stands up and asks if anybody want to come up and be saved. It's kind of similar to how Catholics go to the confession box or whatever. It's kind of like that. To get it's something like that going on here around Britney. So, I mean, I'm glad to know, yep, they're going to pop in out of nowhere and catch everybody off guard. Because I'm telling y'all, there are some powerful prophets and stuff in this group, and they know how these people run. Some of them was a part of it and redeemed them, rebirthed themselves and cleansed their souls. They're healed. So some of them have been in Hollywood and got the fuck from up out of there. And then, so there's a group. And so this may not just apply to Britney. Now that I'm thinking about it, this could go for, maybe they got a list of celebrities they're going to run in there and save. So we might see something very interesting there. It looks very like almost if how people get together to protest things, and sometimes y'all remember, was it Jenna 6 when everybody all over the country got in these buses and went down to Louisiana? Was it Louisiana or whatever like that? Is giving me that vibe. Like it's almost like even it could be a movement like that. I feel like it is. That's wow. That's kind of cool though. Wow. So it might not just be her. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not as big as that looks. All right. But she'll definitely have a testimony, and so with the other, those other celebrities that decide to rebirth themselves and cleanse their souls and stuff like that. So, and again, this doesn't feel like an indoctrinated type of thing. It feels like a melting pot of people that's on the same accord with their own gifts and with that oneness in mind. It's not like, well, if you don't believe in this, you can't be in here because what you believe in is Satan and da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? That's where the power is. Everything is everything. Well, all right, guys, my name is Dami. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you next go round. Bye.